All right, let me tell you the truth about the Dragon's Dogma 2 microtransactions. Coming from someone who's been playing the game for over 20 hours now. I played it all weekend and I didn't even think to look online, I didn't even see any of the negativity that was going on because I was too busy having fun playing the game. Well, apparently there's this whole, shitstorm going on with these micros, and I want to set the record straight. I've been playing nonstop since Friday, and not one time during my playthrough did I feel any need, want, or desire to go and buy any microtransactions. The ones that are there don't even mean anything. There's so many lies and, misconceptions out on the internet about this. Apparently, I'm just looking at this now. It's Monday. Like, you can't save the game without buying stuff. You can't fast travel without buying stuff. You can't change your character's appearance. None of that is true, you guys. You can do all of this stuff in the game, and it's not like, a bunch of other games like Call of Duty and stuff where you have to spend 64 years of your life in order to unlock everything. No, I'm just playing the game, having fun, leveling up. You can fast travel. It costs money in the game. It costs $10,000 in the game to get this fairy stone, this little thing, but you also can find them in the world exploring, and you also get them while you're just playing the game for doing certain quests and missions. And other than that, you can just use these ox carts to get you from point A to point B. So I've seen no issue or any want or desire or need to buy any of these microtransactions at all. Now, do not misunderstand me. I hate microtransactions. I cannot stand them in any game, period. But especially a AAA game. So should they even be there to begin with? No, not at all. That's why I love when certain development teams and companies refuse to put them in, namely From Software, with Elden Ring. They don't have any microtransactions in their game at all. And I commend them for that, Nintendo still does really well with their AAA games, with Zelda and Mario. We haven't seen a single microtransaction in there. And we all know, you and I all know, if they did put them in Mario or Zelda, they would make millions of dollars. So it takes a lot of integrity, right? A lot of honesty, truth, and passion to stay away from that kind of stuff. So they have my respect. Capcom's always treaded this little gray area. They do it with like Resident Evil. I hear they do it with Monster Hunter, Devil May Cry 5, I've heard. So, there's always these little gray areas with the microtransactions for Capcom. But like I said, I don't pay attention to it, you guys, personally. I'm just playing the game. I'm having fun. It's a Game of the Year contender. It's going to be on the list, at least in my opinion. It deserves to be there because the gameplay is so fun. The graphics are incredible. The music is exceptional. The combat is visceral. It feels good to fight. Yes, the game has some issues, like the frame rate is awful. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. You come here for the truth, right? I'm giving you the truth. The frame rate is terrible in this game. There's pop-in everywhere as you're running around. NPCs are just popping in. So these are issues that shouldn't be there at this stage in the game of this console generation. I firmly believe that. But otherwise, man, these microtransactions are getting blown out of proportion. Like, it's nothing compared to Call of Duty, what EA and Activision does. It is nothing compared to them at all, where you can literally pay to win the game. Nothing like that is in this game at all. Like I said, I haven't beaten it. I've played it 20 plus hours. It's on my stream, on my Twitch, but I haven't seen anything where it's pay to win. Nothing at all. And every single thing that you can buy with real money, you can buy in the game for free, just playing the game. In a reasonable amount of time. That's always like a scapegoat, right? That people say, well, you can just earn it in the game. But if it takes me 10 years of my life to earn something, then that's not really feasibly earnable in the game. You know what I mean? But that's not the case here. You can earn everything just by playing and having a good time, exploring. You can buy everything you need. You can earn everything you need in the game without spending a dime. I promise you this. If you don't believe me, like I said, you can look at my clips. You can look at my playthrough. None of it's happening. I'm just enjoying my time. So that's it. That's the truth about these microtransactions. I had no idea that it was this big of a deal to people. I had no clue. Granted, if you look at my other videos, I'm the person who only wants to play AAA games. That's one of the reasons I stay away from indie games and mobile games, is because they're trash. They're all made out of greed. They're not made out of love. But that's for another video that I'm going to make entirely. So please play this game, give it a shot. And if you don't want to, I would suggest at least looking at gameplay clips, mine or anybody else's. Look at their gameplay clips and tell me you've ever seen a game like this before, man. People are climbing on top of dragons, flying through the air on top of griffins, you know, multiple characters climbing at the same time and just stabbing enemies while they're trying to throw you off, lighting people on fire, freezing enemies in place so they can't move. You have a team of 4 people, your pawns are all running around with you, and you can customize one of them perfectly, and the other ones you can kind of customize, them a little bit, you know? It's exceptional. I've never experienced a game like this before. I love it. I absolutely love it. And I haven't bought any of the micros, and I plan on buying none of them. Actually, between you and me, if you've been watching this far, I've actually never bought a microtransaction in my entire life. And if there was ever a way to prove that, to pull up my accounts, my, you know, PlayStation or Xbox accounts, I would gladly pull up my history and show you guys. I've bought DLCs before, right? Downloadable content, but never a microtransaction inside the game. Never once. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. I gotta get back. I'm going back to play more. I'm obsessed with this game. See you there.